Hi everyone, this is Benjamin with BizTexter. Today we're going to do a video tutorial on the entire BizTexter system. We're going to cover every feature here real quick. Try and get to as quick as I can at least. It's probably going to be pretty in-depth and a little lengthy, but again, we're going to cover everything that BizTexter does. So let's go ahead and get started. When you install BizTexter for the first time, you're going to get a little dialog box that'll pop up asking you to either log in or register. If this is the first time you've downloaded, go ahead and click the register button and put in your first name and your last name and select your business. And then if you're a personal, you can select the personal and hit OK. If you're an existing user, like if you're moving to a new phone or you've got just overriding, upgrading versions or something like that, you can click the login button and your username and password will automatically populate. Just click OK. Make sure that you have either a Wi-Fi connection or a data connection. BizTexter is going to ping the server real quick and check your account, and then you'll get to the screen right here. So let's go ahead and dive in here. We're going to start with the Manage Contacts screen, and this is where you manage all your contacts. So there's a couple of different ways to add people into BizTexter. You can click into the All Contacts group and add contacts, or if you wanted to create a new group, you can do that too. So if you put people into a group that you create, they're also going to flow into the All Contacts group. So let's go ahead and we'll demonstrate that here real quick. There's three different ways. You can import from a CSV file. I'll show you that real quick. You just go to wherever you have a CSV file on your phone, whether it's your SD card or your main hard drive on your phone, and select the CSV. I have one there. I'm not going to select it. It's a pretty big list. And it moves at about 10 contacts a second. So if you have a couple thousand contacts, it might take 20-30 seconds. Know that BizTexter is going in and looking for duplicates, so you don't have to go in there and do that manually. BizTexter will do that automatically for you. The next way to bring in contacts is import them from your phone book on your phone. And I think I have about 6,000 contacts on this phone, and it takes about 10-15 seconds for it to load up. It'll pop up here in just a second. And I'm just going to select one here real quick. And see there's 0 duplicates there. We only brought one over. And then the next way is to manually add. 509, 555, 1212. So you see that I created those 2 contacts in the test group, and then I also have 2 in the all contacts group. So I'm going to run through something here real quick. If you wanted to delete a contact in a specific group, it'll ask you if you want to remove them from the all contacts group and the test group, and that also includes if you have them in 3 or 4 or as many groups as they're in. You can remove them all or just keep them in the main database. So I'm going to remove all, and you'll see in our all contacts there's just the one that I manually typed in. And then of course the other way to get people to flow into BizTexter is have them send you a text message. So we're going to discuss that now here. So if you have people sending you a text message, there's 2 ways to handle this. You can do it with a keyword or without a keyword. So I just clicked on Automatic Replies, and in this first line under New Contacts, we're going to click Edit, and I'm going to click Keyword. So the keyword to opt into the business, to get into the BizTexter All Contacts group is to send a text message to this number with sign up 2 different ways, space, no space. You can change that keyword to whatever you want it to be. It can be happy hour, it can be Bible study, it can be sign up, it can be Blue Kangaroo, it can be World Encyclopedia. That keyword can be anything you want. You can have as many as you like. What this keyword does is there's a door that BizTexter has, and in order to open that door, you need to have the key to unlock the door to get into BizTexter. So this feature is great. We really recommend this if you're running BizTexter on your personal phone for your business. This keeps a door between your personal contacts and your business contacts. So if you run a restaurant and you have a happy hour special on your personal phone, your keyword may be happy hour. That will get them into your BizTexter contacts. Okay. Some more auto replies that we have: responded once, responded twice, to help build engagement. You can edit these as you see fit. Keywords, in this case, responded once and responded twice will happen. We'll go into that here in just a second. You'll see that we actually measure how many times people respond. So if they respond a second time, if you have a keyword, or respond once with no keyword, then that will automatically trigger a response back with this reply here. Okay, the standard auto replies, this information inside of these is pre-populated from the edit your information dialog box in the settings. We'll go to that in a moment, but you can also manually edit this. So the who, what, when, where, essentially, so you can create a menu, you have your hours, where are you, who is this, please contact me. Just some default templated automatic replies that we put in the system for you, kind of speed it along. And then the third option you have is to create custom autoresponders. I'm actually going to delete this one here. And we're going to add a custom autoresponder, and we're going to call it happy hour. Click OK. And first we're going to start with keywords. Obviously the keyword is happy hour. And your keywords to not respond to, if you wanted to put, don't respond to this, you can put that in there. So maybe my keyword to not respond to would be dinner hour, lunch hour, something like that. And in your reply, something simple. Hit save. Okay, and one more little feature that I'll show you here, that if let's say you have a manager on duty, like let's say you create a autoresponder for bathroom. If a customer sends you a text that says, hey, the bathroom's dirty, then you can have this number get forwarded to the manager on duty, so that they get that on their personal cell phone right away. And then the next item I'll show you here is the accuracy match. So our keyword is happy hour. So I usually recommend leaving this in the middle, but if you start seeing the happy hour autoresponder get triggered when it shouldn't, tighten it up a little bit. And the inverse of that is if you see that autoresponder should have gotten sent out but it didn't, go ahead and loosen that up. For the most part, right about in the middle is where you should hang out. Shouldn't have any issues, but if that's happening, that's where you come in and adjust that. Okay, so we've created a happy hour auto reply. I'm going to click back to manage contacts real quick and show you something. That when you create a custom autoresponder, also creates a group, the happy hour group. So I'm going to go back to the automatic replies here. So again, this autoresponder right here, this keyword gets them into the all contacts group of BizTexter, and then this keyword over here gets them into the happy hour group, so that you can communicate directly with anybody who text messages in happy hour. Now know that if somebody texts in happy hour without sending in the keyword sign up first, that they won't get added. BizTexter sees that it's got to see the sign up keyword first to get them into BizTexter, and then once they're in, then they can flow to whatever group they want to. If you have 20, 30 different groups, then they can go into any groups they want, but they first have to be signed up in BizTexter. And then also, if you manually add their name, or you bring them in from a CSV spreadsheet, or you bring them over for your contact, then all they need to do is just click happy hour. They're already in. They've already gotten past that door with the keyword. If you've added them in with the CSV, or manually add, or bring them over for your phone book. So just know that if you put up that keyword to get into BizTexter, then you have another group to add to. You just got to do it in the right order. And then you don't have to have, excuse me, I went back there, shouldn't have. You don't need a keyword here. If you delete these, BizTexter will add anybody who sends you a text message. So if you delete all these keywords and hit save, BizTexter will add everybody who text message you. So if you run this on your personal phone and you're running a business, and you may not necessarily want your best friend or your mom or your dad or your son or daughter necessarily getting into the list. It's going to add text messages you're going to send out. You can create that keyword. So I'm going to just add that back in here. Click Save. If keywords are set, responders won't trigger for people texting in until they first opt in using these keywords. So yeah, that's what we've been covering. Click OK. Okay, we've got the standard autoresponders. You've got custom. You can have as many custom autoresponders as you'd like. The custom autoresponders are great because you can create micro marketing on the fly. If there's a Super Bowl special or Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day or Memorial Day, 4th of July, that's what's really great about BizTexter. You can have as many keywords as you want. There's no limit. It's a great feature. Okay, let's go into the send messages screen. I'll show you how this works real quick. We're going to select our happy hour group, even though there's nobody in there. And just type a quick message here. And I'm going to click on advanced. A couple of things. One is you can adjust the speed that you send all the way up to 5,000 an hour. At BizTexter, if you're just starting using BizTexter, we recommend starting slow and then work your way up in the speed. If you've been using texting from your phone for a while, another mass text messaging app, you can speed it up a little bit. But again, it's just the carriers are looking for spam. You may not necessarily be spam, but this is one of the things they look at is the send rate. So as you send out more text and you create a pattern of texting, you can start to speed that up a little bit, and you shouldn't get in any trouble with your carrier. Just know that they use an algorithm, and it's once you get flagged, it's very difficult to get off. So that's why we recommend starting slow, but you can go all the way up to 5,000 an hour. And then the other great feature is that you can narrow by area code. So if you just want to send to the 509 area code and you don't need to sit there and go through your groups and manually add them, you just narrow by area code. And then we also have templates here that you can use. You can add a new template. You can delete. You can edit as you see fit. So those are for frequently sent text messages. And we're going to hit send. And if you hit yes, then it'll pop up with a little dialog box saying that's how much time is remaining on your send, how much time has elapsed on your send, how many text messages there are left to send, and how many text messages it's sent. So it takes it a couple of seconds for it to do all that calculating when you go back into it. But if you're in the middle of a send and you click on send messages, that dialog box will pop up automatically and just take a few seconds for that data to get calculated. So, and then we have scheduled messages. I'll click. This is the same as sending a text message blast, but you're just scheduling it. Put your message to send, when you're going to send it, to what group, happy hour group, hit save. Guess I better put something in there. And hit save. And then make sure to click activate. Oh, looks like I got to go in and edit. I'll set it for 625. Make sure you click activate. Note that on some phones, that when you're asleep, when the phone's screen is not on, that sometimes BizTexter, it really depends on the phone, that BizTexter won't automatically awake that screen. So if you're going to use the scheduled send feature, make sure to be nearby your phone. Just make sure that that your phone's not one of those where the screen has to be on for it to start sending a scheduled text message send. And we also have the ability to send out daily text messages. This is great if you're running like a daily devotional for church. Send every day of the week, and you can select the speed. And then you also have the ability to do drip campaigns, so 24 hours, 72, 10 days, 30 days, 60 days. All that gets done automatically. You just go in, type in your message, click activate. So if somebody sends you a text message with the keyword sign up, 24 hours after they send you that text message, this will get activated. And they'll send that 24 hours, they'll get a text message with whatever you put in there. Okay, that's the scheduled send feature. So we've covered the 4 main areas of BizTexter. We're going to kind of dive into the settings here real quick. So as I mentioned earlier, here's the screen with edit your information. That's where the sort of templated autoresponders pulls the data from. The sleep timer is great. What we built this so that so the BizTexter doesn't text message people in the middle of the night. It can be obnoxious. So the wake up time is when it's going to set to be sent. 7 a.m. is pretty early. Set that for 8 a.m. and start sleep time. I'm going to bring that down a little bit. So whatever time you want BizTexter to start sending texts, that's the wake up time. And then when you want it to go to sleep, stop sending texts, that's the start sleep time. You turn that off and on. We really recommend that you leave that on. Okay, battery saver mode, just going to save a little battery. The maintenance actions upon open. So if you have BizTexter, if you're just going to open up BizTexter, send a text message and then close it back up again, but you have people that are going to send in text messages, you can select these. What this will do, BizTexter will scan your text message inbox for keywords, for either opt-in keywords or opt-out keywords. So the opt-in keyword for us right now is sign up, and then the opt-out keywords are cancel, stop, and remove me. So if it sees any of those texts in your text message inbox upon open, it will take action on those. Okay, harvest mode is an advanced feature. Let's say you have a web form on your website and it gets sent to your email that's on the phone that BizTexter is running on. If you select harvest mode, what it will do is go through the email and it will look for any phone numbers. And if it sees a valid phone number, it will add them to the contact list, the all contacts list. And then if you wanted, you can also create a custom autoresponder. So the way that we use this at BizTexter is if you go onto the website and you'll see a little box there where you can type in your phone number to have BizTexter send you a link to the Play Store to download the BizTexter application. That's the feature that we're using. So on the BizTexter phone, we have harvest mode enabled, and then that when you click submit with your cell phone number on the BizTexter.com website, it comes to the BizTexter cell phone. We have harvest mode enabled, and then it triggers an autoresponder to send you a text message with the link to the Play Store. So great little feature. Force one to contacts. That's if you wanted to have it put a one in front of it. The post SMS to inbox. This is a feature that most everybody's going to want to look at some point or another. So what this BizTexter by default is going to post inside your text message inbox, one-time blast, the autoresponders, and the follow-ups. The follow-ups are the replied once, replied twice, send a text message after 24 hours, 72 hours, 10 days, 30 days, that sort of thing. And then the autoresponders, like we created a happy hour group, that's the responders. So the first couple of times, I recommend that you have this on as you gain a little more confidence and experience using BizTexter. You can turn those off. I always leave the follow-ups and responders on just to have a little context with what's getting sent if somebody sends me a reply back. And then sometimes I'll turn on the one-time blast, sometimes I'll turn it off. But if your text message box is getting filled up, this is where you want to come and just uncheck that. Then you can auto-delete in your text message inbox on your phone. You can either set it by days, 90 days, or you can set it by message count, 500 messages. And then you can also delete the contacts SMS if you want the system to auto-delete messages from this device's contact list. Then finally, the start on boot. What this option will do is that every time your phone boots up, BizTexter is going to automatically start up. So if you're one of those folks that's running this on your personal phone and you're just going to open up BizTexter to send a text message blast and then shut it down, you probably want to have that unchecked. But then you also want to have find new opt-ins and find new opt-outs checked. Okay, so those are all the settings. Most of the time, people are going to come in and they're going to look at this find new opt-ins, find new opt-outs, and the post SMS to inbox. That's where I see the most questions come in. Hey, how do I get my text message inbox from filling up? Go ahead and uncheck this one-time blast, and that will prevent that from happening, and then start on boot. Okay, so now we're going to click on the menu buttons, the 3 white squares in the right-hand corner again, and we're going to click on Stats. Okay, so what this screen just kind of shows you what's going on with the phone. I blew out all the contacts before I started doing this video. You can see that we've sent out 145,335 total texts, and I've sent out almost 24,400 just in this month alone. And then you can click on groups and see how many people have flowed into your groups, and if you have the weekly turned on, and your follow-ups. A great little screen, and this is where I'll spend most of my time when I'm doing a blast, is in the log screen. So I'm in airplane mode right now, so the server can't reach the server, but this will keep kind of a history of what's going on. So if something's not working right, this is the first place that I go to check and see what's going on, and you can click refresh. And in the status, as it's doing a text message blast, that status will pop up and say sending one-time message to 509-555-1212, and then sending a text message blast, one-time blast to 509-555-1213, and so on. So that's the stat screen. The backup app, if you wanted to back up the app gets backed up. I'm going to use File Explorer here to a folder called A Small Biz Texting, and in a folder called Backed Up Data. And you see the BTB format is the format that BizTexter uses to back it up, and then it'll also save a CSV. Can't see that it's a CSV, but it saves 2 files, CSV. So I'm going to go back to BizTexter here, and I'm going to click Manage Contacts. Let's say you're on a new phone with BizTexter that you had installed on an old phone, or you just wanted to, just reinstall. What you want to do is go into your Manage Contacts, and then Restore from Backup, and then navigate to your A Small Biz Texting, and then Backed Up Data, and then just find that BTB. I happen to know it's just the last one here. Okay, so that's how you restore from backup. The server status is just going to give you an indication whether the server is up and running. I'm in airplane mode right now, so it wouldn't. And if you want to shut down BizTexter, you just go ahead and select that. And then we also have 4 screens down here at the bottom for buy text, share this app, the help videos, and send us feedback. So that covers the waterfront with BizTexter. We encourage you, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My telephone number is 509-944-5627, or you can text message us at that same number, 509-944-5627. Again, use this as a resource. We're here to help you. We know that BizTexter can help you grow your business, can help you communicate with your church constituents. It will just help you communicate better, but there's a lot of power in this program. So hopefully this tutorial has given you an opportunity to see how everything works and what it can do for you. And if you have any questions, give us a call. Thank you very much. Have a great day.